What's up, everybody? The Crap Gamer here, the most compelling game-related YouTuber, and you damn well know it. The spewer of truth, the fanatical, exbotical that you know and love, the Crap Gamer, and this is Crappy Reviews, back with another video. Before I carry on any further, please make sure that you guys subscribe to the Mooch78 on YouTube, as he is the one hosting Big Gamer Small Talk tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, so you guys don't have to keep bugging me on Twitter and stuff about what time BGST is. It's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Mooch's channel, so check it out. On to the topic of today's video. Now, maybe it's something that I've noticed, you've noticed, I noticed a lot of people have noticed, so we all be noticing this shit, okay? The same things that the Xbox 360 got crap for last gen is exactly what's helping the PS4 win this gen, and the only difference is the Xbox got crap for it while PlayStation 4 is actually getting praised for it. And now that might seem a little bit odd to you. It definitely seems odd to me. It's something that, you know, I feel like I should probably call out. And I've said something similar before, that Sony is basically copying a lot of what made the Xbox 360 so successful, and it's working out well for them. But the problem is, towards the end of the generation, with the 360, fans started to notice, people started to notice, and people were actually calling out and complaining about the Xbox 360. I was one of them. PS3 really started putting out a lot of exclusives, and that was, you know, kind of eye-opening for me, and I was one of the ones that was like, wow, man, I wish Microsoft would, you know, put out a new IP or a couple extra exclusives here and there a year, you know what I mean? You know, and that's just not something that they were doing. Don Matrick was in charge at the time, and so we got what we got. You know, I mean, I'm not totally complaining, because we were getting, you know, 3, 4 AAA really big blockbuster. You know, you're always going to get a Halo or a Gears or a Forza or Fable or something along those lines, so you're going to get something big. But Sony now is doing that, and if you think about it, we're about 33% into the new generation. There's only going to be, probably they're saying, about 5 to 6 year generation. So that being said, we're a third of the way done. Are you really happy with what Sony's done? They're basically spending all their money buying time DLC for everything, not even just big games, but I mean, aside from your Watch Dogs, your Assassin's Creeds, your Battlefronts, Call of Duties, they're also doing the smaller stuff that makes no sense. You know, they're doing like the Batmans and the Mad Max. I mean, literally every game almost has some kind of tie-in to Sony, you know, instead of them spending that money on their own first-party development, their own first-party games and things like that. There's been a drastic drop-off, and that's a little bit sobering when you think about it. We are indeed 33% into the generation, and this is all Sony's done, and it doesn't look like there's going to be that much more on the horizon. What does that say for them? What do you think about that? Microsoft got crap for buying time DLC, but Sony hasn't. Marketing deals is something Microsoft used to get a lot of crap for, bringing those third-party developers up on the stage and talking about them and treating them like exclusives. Sony gets away with it, and people actually applaud it. I saw Sony fanboys actually brag about the Call of Duty beta being on the PS4 first. How is that a win? Very little effort when it comes to the first-party lineup from Sony, and they've admitted this. Microsoft got so much shit for this, and yet Sony gets nothing. They get a free pass. People just love those AA's, you know? They'll just bring up whatever. Hey, Scream Ride doesn't count on the Microsoft side, but let's go ahead and count the QTE Until Dawn as a big-time release for Sony, right? You know? But Sony doing very little interaction with fans. I never see them doing interaction with fans. Microsoft at that time wasn't doing much either. And if you look at now how much that's changed, yesterday or the other day, Aaron Greenberg got into a fan's podcast. This dude just started on YouTube. Tim Dog, shout out to him, got Aaron Greenberg in this guy's podcast. He's got like 150 subscribers. That's fan engagement right there. Sony's not doing anything like that. Sony's not listening to the gamers. They're going around with these slogans like we're the greatest play or we're the best play and for the players and all this stuff, but they're not doing anything to back those slogans up. You know what I mean? It's like when Xbox used to say it plays better on the box. You know, were they really doing anything besides buying content to make that so? I don't think so. And Sony's doing the same thing, and they're getting away with it, and that's unfortunate, because I think gamers in the long haul are going to be a little bit smarter than that and wake up and say, hey man, what's going on with this? We can't let Sony just get away with that. You know, instead of being all defensive when I say stuff like this, right? Instead of being defensive in your usual dickheaded selves, look at yourself and say, hey, is what he's saying right? And then take that into consideration. What do you guys think? Am I right? Am I crazy? Sound off in the comment section. Rate, comment, subscribe. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.